So what else is in their lineup? Well, they get the Beastmaster and I can't remember.
Let's just grab the heroes already.
Yeah, just get a
Bounty Hunter is still available. Bounty Hunter is probably going to be banned out next.
Alright, we'll grab them anyway though.
I think Bounty Hunter is going to get banned out, but we can take it just in
Here
case.
you go. He's the bounty, and I'll take the
it
beast.
Bounty the Beast, and who else? Of course,
And maybe a Queen of Pain.
and a Thug Hero.
And a Thug hero.
And a Thug
We'll leave
hero.
that one open. That's got
He's got a bit
like
of
3 options.
He's the most versatile.
Yeah.
He plays
Three.
more than one hero. Yeah.
Okay, take it easy over there. Damn it, War Room.
But we'll see. I mean, this is a kind
Bane,
of
huh?
a tough set of bans for Empire. They take out the Bane.
I actually don't really like bounty too much this game.
You don't? Not against the
Into
mag.
Ogre mag.
Yeah. We'll put it in the bin.
You can keep
Nah,
eyes on
you're
the
right,
mag.
you're right.
Keep eyes on the mag.
They may still ban it as well.
It also,
Just-
mag is a hero that takes time
no,
to
they
get
don't ban
online,
Bane.
right? Mag takes like
Yeah.
15, 10, 12 to 15, 12 to 18 minute mark.
Yeah.
Bounty can kind of like cause havoc in the lane, so maybe we'll see.
Maybe. I think Empire on the same thought as you. They say, well, it's not going to be a good game for them to play Bounty against us, so we'll ban the Bane instead.
Yeah, we'll ban the other
We'll ban the
strong
other
laners.
ones. Yeah.
Well, Mouse remove one of the carries that can do a lot with those buffs. Juggernaut.
Yeah. Let's hope they ban the troll. Otherwise,
They've got to ban the troll.
I'm gonna ban the
They-
troll just in case.
You've
troll
got
or
to get the
PA.
troll out. The troll is
We'll
going
get
to
it
come
out.
through. The troll's going to be somewhere.
laners though, right?
There are so many.
Troll.
At the moment in the DreamLeague games, Chappie has definitely been favouring the troll, I feel.
Yeah.
That's the one that they've had massive impact with.
Reserve time.
Oh, they're gonna ban the
Get rid of
Beastmaster,
it.
guys.
They banned the Beastmaster.
Oh
There we
my
go.
God.
They are targeting them directly. They're looking at what their plans say.
So
Well, we're
what
not going
else
to let you
does
play.
Skylark play here? I'm going through my notes and
Oh, hey, take
I'm
it
going
easy.
through my notes and
Take it easy.
Well, what else have we seen Skylark on? I'm trying to think. Is it?
Beast-
I mean,
it's
he's
lit-
played a Baden a couple
He's
times.
played a Baden. He's played a Baden. There you go.
Hey.
A Baden. That's one. But you don't really want to play a
5
Baden
seconds
against the Magnus lineup, do you? I mean,
Can be okay.
yeah. Okay.
You get your Aghanims eventually, right?
Reserve
Omni
time.
Knight is pretty okay too.
yeah, they take out
Yeah.
the PA. So is this the troll?
I think you might have wanted to ban the troll over the PA, surely.
But isn't PA with all the buffs pretty scary against Terrorblade because of just the huge burst damage before he can
It
sunder?
is,
Yeah,
is.
it is good, and Chappie does love to play it. Definitely before this kind of patch, he would rather play PA than troll, but it's just in this patch,
10 seconds.
they
remaining.
play troll.
Rick
And
is holding Troll Warlord.
I think they might not take it as this one, they might take it as the other one, because they know that Mouse aren't going to take troll for themselves.
I thought since they banned Jug, they're pretty scared of like the pushing carries.
Reserve time.
So I thought they would ban
So
the
that's a
troll
good
as
pick.
well.
Wow, man, look at
Dire
this.
team
I love Empire's draft.
Great team fight.
You got
Yep.
something to capitalize on the Magnus, and then you got your carries are taken care of as well. With the,
They're
wow.
going
They
to
did
still
do it,
play
they
the
did
bounty.
do it.
They're still doing it. So we said it's not necessarily as strong as a game, but it is an MNT bounty. And it's a bounty that we just saw last game, at the last series, come out top of the net worth. So he doesn't care about what he's playing against. He just wants to play it.
He secures the mid lane, right? Like
Yeah.
he's gonna
He's
just
gonna be hanging around
sit
there.
around Thug.
10 seconds.
Yeah, but if the
remaining.
Ogre rotates to help the Magnus, doesn't that kind of counteract the Bounty Hunter in that situation? He just
seconds
loses to the right
remaining.
clicks, huh?
Yeah, then you're forcing the Ogre though, right? And
That's-
then your other lanes do a little bit better, so.
That's fair.
Reserve time.
No,
But yeah, that is a good. That is why I was thinking like Bounty wasn't as good this game, but he can make he can mess with the mag a lot too. Like mag's laning isn't that great anymore,
Yeah.
and
there is the troll.
as we expected.
I mean, they're really. I feel there was no question about whether they were picking that or not. They were definitely getting it if it was there. There was no question about that pick.
I'm digging on this Empire draft here, though, boys.
oh, it's looking great.
looking good.
It's
Lot of catch.
scary. Troll and Magnus Empire pretty masterful with it.
And Disruptor's
guys,
just a great
10
support to mix
seconds
into it
remaining.
as well.
Empires also ran the mag in the mid lane, if I'm not mistaken, right?
FN can, yeah, he.
I do believe so.
Radiant team
Yes,
back.
they can do it in mid. I think it's more likely to be Afterlife Magnus, but we'll see.
I agree.
There's Skylark's hero, so we've got him on the Nyx Assassin. I think we have seen him on the Nyx Assassin actually. Now I remember.
I
Another
mean,
game.
not that recently, but,
but in a DreamLeague game.
yeah,
I
in a
would say.
DreamLeague game, and then I mean
10
at Boston, this was
seconds.
his actual best hero in my opinion. He was crushing it.
So what's the value of Nyx in this particular game, though? I always think of him as like, Bat Rider counter, a couple of heroes with the mana burn that he does
I mean,
particularly well
Reserve
against.
time.
They've got the Invis brothers to make space for Terrorblade.
Does it slightly put FN off playing the Invoker, one of his classics?
Probably the OD and the Invoker.
Both,
a
both
little
of
bit,
the
right?
ones he's really strong on are very high-end characters. I think he may
That's
still
fair.
play one of the two, but it's certainly something that can help against it.
Yeah, yeah.
Could also really mess up some of the big team fights, right? I mean, if they're trying
Yeah.
to do something huge with a Magnus and a Disruptor, if you just gets off the Spike Carapace, you're
It's true.
good.
It
breaks up the fight.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most annoying things to play against as a Magnus, because you are just aware. If that Nyx is there, he is going to press Spike Carapace in time, and suddenly, bam, you get the
10 seconds
initiation, but then
remaining.
there's that awkward time, where you're not able to do anything. The troll has to be careful how he comes in with the
5
whirling
seconds
axes, and if you don't
remaining.
have the BKBs, bam, the time and chance is going to be there for Mousesports to turn around with an impale, instant
Reserve
reflection, and
time.
suddenly the Terrorblade is just destroying you, even though you're the team jumping in with the RP. So
Right.
I like the Nyx for that case.
Sure. It's a nice break up there.
How do you feel about the Nyx, Brax? What are you thinking?
It's weird to pick Nyx into like a matchup that already sucks. Like Nyx doesn't really do anything against Troll, right?
Yeah.
Like not in the lane phase, not in the rest of the game.
Sure.
But it is good against the RP if you can get your carapace off. But Nyx isn't always standing in that kind of a position where that can even happen. You know, he's like invis on top of the other heroes, so sometimes it works out where Magnus RPs the spiked or the carapace to Nyx, and then he can't skewer, and then Troll can't hit him because he doesn't have BKB. But it doesn't always play out like that. It usually almost never plays out like that. I thought they'd pick Axe, actually, and then just play like the Blade Mail Axe against the Troll, and he'd kill himself with all the buffs.
And
But,
yeah, could you say it's a little greedy as well from Mousesports to play two of these sort of invis heroes sneaking around? Suddenly the value for detection, you know, just goes up for Empire. If they were able to spot out these two heroes, then suddenly, bam, that's a huge bit of Mouse's play eliminated.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit kind of the same thing, right? They both do the same thing. They
Yeah.
run around invis,
Yeah.
look for the same kind of fights, so it's a little weird, but it definitely can work.
Yeah, where's their save, too,
They're
when they get
the
caught
OD
out like
ban.
that?
Yeah, and their team fight's a lot weaker, in my opinion, with like the Nyx too. Like last time they have at least like the Beastmaster give them that like reliable disable, gives them objective taking as well, and like a hard
10
lockdown. But now it's
seconds
like
remaining.
Troll when he
Yeah.
gets BKB, he can kind of just run in, and Nyx doesn't really do anything versus BKBs, and you
5
know that Troll's
seconds
going to build it
remaining.
eventually.
Even before the BKB, Mouse
even before, of
they're
course.
light on reliable lockdown. You got a couple interrupts, but that
Reserve
Nyx stun
time.
is certainly not a guaranteed.
What is Doug's hero to bring it all together?
Is this another puck game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be bad at
be.
all.
Looks like
Looks
it.
like
Yeah,
a puck
could be.
game.
It'd be really good. I
Yeah.
mean, you make Troll stop attacking you, and which loses him his speed. You got a nice silence for the boys Disruptor and Magnus. I like the puck here. Quap's not a bad one either. I mean, they don't have too much. Hey,
I
actually,
mean, the Disruptor's kind of annoying. for the
Disruptor
Quap.
is pretty
Yeah.
bad for Quap, yeah. All right, yeah, puck would be the way to go.
Space Maker for TB. Yeah, they can fight as 4. They actually have damage without the Terrorblade if they want to like be able to fight before he gets, you know, like that one item to push.
They're definitely lacking on the lockdown for Mouse,
Yes.
so puck helps with that a lot.
Unless this is the Alchemist jungle.
Oh.
Everyone gets an Ags game.
I'm gonna grab the puck.
All right,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
think about it. Ags for Nick.
Hey!
I should just grab.
It's the puck, yeah. So
It's the fairy
Radiant's
dragon.
Mousesports do Mousesports things. Well, what do Empires do? They still know them. I still think the Invoker's really what you're picking. I mean, they banned the OD. I think you were choosing whether to ban the OD or the Invoker, and maybe
Hard
feeling the
lane.
other one would get through. It's not a good lane, you feel? It's
Very
Yeah,
hard
it's
versus
very
Puck
hard
now,
lane.
especially
Okay.
if there's a bounty as well. Like Puck now, especially with like the new thing, there's no shrine for Invoker to back up on.
5
So what could you
seconds
say?
remaining.
Could you say something like the TA for FN?
Oh, that could be nice.
Yeah, TA looks nice.
TA?
Are we
Reserve time.
thinking this is definitely offlane Magnus? Is there any chance they could be looking at an
It's-
offlaner here?
They have played it mid
played
before.
it
They
mid,
can.
so-
FN can do a very good Magnus. So they definitely do have that. I guess you're seeing the puck now, and you're saying, would you be happy laning as a Magnus against that?
Yep, you would.
You would. There we go.
Okay.
So
Wait.
Well, no. So it's going to be FN Troll. FN Troll in the mid
Troll.
lane. It
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
the off lane. And he does Ghost Stick. We'll pick that up, and yeah, it will be Chappie safe lane.
Chappie, safe lane Slark.
Oh wait, no, sorry. No, Chappie's playing the Troll. FN's playing the Slark. So Chappie, unless they
Whoa.
swap it around, which they may do. But I know FN Slark is certainly a thing that he's comfortable
Slark
on.
versus Puck. Uh-oh.
No, I think FN will take it safe lane. I think they
You
might
think
swap
he'll take it
roles.
safe?
I think
Okay.
they might swap roles. We'll
All right.
see. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will see indeed.
Thank you, War Room.
Brax, what are you thinking about that last pick? How do you think Empire sets up these lanes?
It's definitely the Troll mid, but it looks so greedy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
they didn't need to pick another carry to have, like, better late game with the Magnus already, you know? Like, the Magnus already makes terribly
right.
much weaker.
Prediction
so,
time. So what do you think? Who's taking it?
I believe in Mouse, actually. They've got
Okay.
Terrorblade. I like Terrorblade a lot.
Slacky?
Empire. Just too many buffs for Terrorblade. I mean, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Empire. I got faith in the Troll. I got faith in the buffs. But we'll see if the predictions are right. We're going to move into this first game of our final series today, Empire versus Mouse.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the casting panel. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Fogner. We're ready to take you through the second series of the day. We've got the wonderful Empire up against Mousesports. And we're into the game. Who is sticking with what? Chappie is
Chappie's
indeed
mid.
sticking with it. And yeah, so they're swapping around. the lanes, which, I mean, I guess it's because, as I feel like, well, I've seen FN in the past on Slark, I guess but I can imagine Chappie can play a good Slark as well.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing.
just
that's
a preference
concerning
thing,
to me.
or?
No, I'm not I guess it must be, but I like FN actually as a mid laner a lot lately.
He's a very strong mid laner,
yeah, I
isn't
thought
he?
he's been playing
Yeah.
it really well.
Maybe he just doesn't like laning against pucks. He says, screw that. You could do that, Chappie. I'm clicking creeps in the safe lane.
It is a little bit harder now for the Troll. Like, Troll used to win versus Puck, but
Yeah.
now with like the increased base damage, and of course with the Bounty Hunter going to be sitting there, but there's going to be a Ogre there too, so it's probably going to be a pretty like even matchup versus the two of them.
For sure, and I guess it's hard for the bounty really to do too much because you just whirl the axes, walk off, and then, you know, until like the bounty's level 4 and such later on, you're not going to be able to get much damage through to the Troll other than that initial hit. But yeah, interesting stuff. FN on the Slark. And we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how Mouse lane in response. At the moment, they are having Skylark down here, as neither team looking to run anything sort of aggressive. We are going to see MNT try for the rune snipe. It's not going to make it. Chappie still grabs it. But Spartan's actually here as well, and with the body blocks, they'll actually be able to do a fair bit here to Chappie. And Chappie,
Is he gonna?
I think he may just go down one more
no,
touch.
he's okay. He's okay.
He's so close.
Yeah, he's okay. Oh, they tried to go for the skewer back, but okay, he's forced back to base.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot harder.
That's a little win. That is a little win.
That is a pretty large win.
Is that pretty big win?
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, Puck, if you get it, especially if you have it on your hill, you get a bit of an experience advantage. That's where you're able to actually do something. But Ogre at least is there to at least sap some of the experience. But yeah, getting like a full level advantage is always pretty nice in mid lane.
Yeah, at
Thug's
the
gonna get
moment,
something nice.
they're sticking around 3 with the mid lane. I mean, MNT is moving away, but both MNT and Spartan around with Thug. So again, doing this thing where they start the game off leaving the Terror Blade in a 1v1. And I guess, if we look at the TB, has he just popped Metamorphosis? And
Yep.
We're doing exactly what we saw in game 1. So they're given the solo lane, and under the cover of Metamorphosis, you do pretty well in any sort of 1v1 matchup, don't you? That spell level 1 is going to easily outlane the majority of your opponents.
Yeah, it's kind of a clever approach. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, we saw it in the last game. So they just like to emphasize their other two lanes first and just let Madara just use the meta, and then they start making the rotations up there afterwards. But they like to win their mid lane, their off lane much more than just straight up securing Madara with multiple heroes. They just expect him to be able to on his own.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how well it pays off for Mouse, because Empire are certainly a team that are no pushovers in the laning stage. Very, very mechanically strong players on this side.
Yeah.
And I'll have to keep an eye out as well. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how they deal with the pressure on the mid lane.
Yeah.
As you said, if the Ogre head's there sticking around, that should be enough to make sure that this Troll has a decent enough time against the puck.
Yeah, I mean, Spartan, though, is going to stay mid, though, instead of the Bounty Hunter. So Bounty's going to pressure bottom with Skylark, and they're going to make sure that Skylark gets levels, and they're going to mess with the Disruptor. Disruptor's a hero that needs to get levels and farm in order to actually be, like, relevant, because playing Disruptor from behind can be pretty painful.
And it's a hero that can really start to get bullied by these two.
Yeah, and they're starting to
damage he can
pressure
do.
already. Stun on the mark. They might actually be able to bring him down here. One more right click. Oh, he gets a tangle off, and he heals up a bit.
They don't quite get it.
What you can do.
Very lucky to get himself away there, King Ai. Has he got any way of getting back to base, though, or any sort of regen? He's going to have to hide.
TP.
He's got a TP. So he will he'll have to make the long route back out to the base, back out to the lane. So we'll leave this Slark on his own for the time being. But Skylight's very low. FN will still be tickled around with potentially by MNT, but MNT also a little low on the mana. And at the end of the day, this isn't too bad for the Slark. I mean, as a Slark, you love to get a bit of solo XP. Anything that's going to get you quicker to that level 6 is fine. As long as you're not dying in the lane, you don't mind being alone in the lane.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like you said, levels are the most important thing here. And they don't even have the pull open, so he's probably even happier about this. Thug, though, with that little bit of that advantage
what's
that he
happening
did
there?
have, he is dominating the mid. He's bombing just a bit for now, as to kind of be expected. He had the mid wave, he's like level 3 a little bit before Chappie did. And the thing that you do with Puck, especially now, with this new, with the new mid wave, it used to be a thing on Puck, but you double stack the wave. You just want to push it in heavily. You have such a high mana pool, you can spam your orb. And Troll can't really do the same as well. You can just constantly right click him and spam the orb, and then you get lane advantage just from pushing him under his tower and being able to harass him constantly.
Yeah, it's definitely one of these lanes, yeah, where Thug just has the commanding play, and Chappie, if anything, if he wants to hope for something good, he's got to hope that the puck messes up, and Thug is very unlikely to do so. We saw him the other day have a very strong puck performance, and he's definitely got the setup and the lane matchup he wants to have the beginnings of another game similar to do so. And already MNT again bringing Chappie down to less than half health, forcing him back. Bottom lane, a bit of harassment here onto Skylark. Actually going to try and duke out. He has got a TP. I wonder if he's going to try and go for some sort of a TP play, but he can't with the glimpse available. Spike Carapace and the stun. Is it going to be enough? Well, actually, yeah, with the glimpse back, he's almost certainly dead. FM with the dart pack. Stick charges. I don't think they're going to be enough, are they? But the Fairy Fire, that will be. Ooh.
He's always got Fairy Fires in the offlane, telling you, this guy.
I think that was his. Was that his salve getting cancelled? I heard someone pop a salve.
Not too sure.
I don't know whether that.
Glanced at mid lane really quickly. They actually end up bringing Thug. The Invis Ogre Magi, just I guess a little bit unexpected from them. Yeah, they tried to make an aggressive play on Chappie and just got brought down.
And that is pretty huge for the mid lane. You know, they need everything they can get for this troll. But obviously, unfortunate the troll, he did have to take the long walk back to base after that attempt. So, still, even though he gets taken down, Thug's back in the lane, and he continues to keep a large lead against Chappie's troll.
Yep, he's got his double null, he's got the bottle being delivered too, so his sustain is going to be good, and yeah, he's heavily advantaged in the CS department, but definitely not wanting to die, but you know, that's what you get when you don't expect an invis, and the rotation comes up. Bottom, King R, Disruptor, looking in some trouble.
Yep, another attempt on him, and this time, it's going to be successful. Mouse, get the kill. MNT and Skylark finding him, and it is hard for this Disruptor, you know, down on this bottom lane. There's no Ogre because he's been hanging around the mid majority. He's supporting the Slark on his own. If he gets even slightly out of position, this is always going to happen, isn't it? MNT and Skylark close in, and he's got no escape.
Yeah, and you know, he has no pull to rely on. No. He only has the big camp, so every time he walks up to try to get that, he puts himself in a little bit of a risk of positioning. Skylark now, looks like he's going to get sandwiched. Ogre and Disruptor both here.
Well, let's see if they get away with this one. Last time he had the stick charges and the Fairy Fire. He's got a few stick charges. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive this time, as Empire will get away with the kill. Bringing him down, bringing him out of the lane. Gold starting to be racked up by Slark. FN, he's yet to queue anything up. I wonder if he's thinking about going for the Midas this game. He's just got straight up to 900 on the Brown Boots from the poor man. He's getting good experience. Yeah, but he's going to play it more sensible. He'll get that Aquila. He queues it up, gets it sent out to him. And
yeah, when you're getting like full free farm, you want to ideally go for the Midas. But when you're getting pressured, he knows the Bounty Hunter is going to keep coming down there and pressuring him. So yeah, definitely good to just get some decent stats and stuff to with the lane a little bit better and help your Disruptor a bit. But now mid lane, you see Chappie actually just goes to jungle.
He's having such a hard time.
Too much pressure coming out from the puck, and he just, you know, maybe a bit of efficiency as well. He's like, all right, my Ogre can just like sap experience mid, and I can jungle just fine at this point.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense here to make that move, and already we can see him catching up with the CS because of it. And yeah, as you said, sharing a bit of love for the Ogre.
He's got phase boots now on Troll too, so.
Yeah, so now yeah, it's hard for for Thug really to make any sort of plays unless he has a +1 and the Dream Coil, which he now does have. Hits level 6. Does have a haste rune still in the bottom as well, so Chappie needs to be a little careful. Any sort of rotation could cause issues.
Looks like they're trying to go King R. MNT instantly TPs, but he has the glimpse.
Yeah, they get the glimpse back. Thunder Strike ticks him down. And Empire getting themselves another kill, another bit of involvement here for FN down on the bottom lane. 1-0-1. And yeah, with that Aquila, 450 is going to be well on the way to the treads and such. It is going to get harder and harder to bully the Slark out the lane, especially once he hits 6. Yeah. So I think FN is he's going to be happy with how this bottom lane is going.
Yeah, I think he's got like that one double stack too. So yeah, he's okay.
Yeah,
he's close to 6. Now he's going to get pushed back though. He's too low. So this gives a lot of space to Skylark here. And Madara just straight up solo versus Ghostic. Ghostic level 4, he's getting an okay item of the top lane, but yeah, Mao is definitely coming out slightly ahead in the laning phase so far, even if it is 3-1 leading for Empire.
Yeah, definitely the mid lane where it's been the biggest of differences. MNT heading over there, talking about the place. And eyeing up Chappie as a potential go right now. He's gonna head away. He sees Maposhka still around the neighborhood, and MNT knows that he can't really run in under cover of both of them. They do have sentry ward vision as well around that middle lane.
Similar thing as last game, right?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, Shadow Fiend last game was in trouble, and he starts to jungle, so Troll this time he was in a bit of trouble, so keeping eyes on him, knowing exactly where he is all times, very beneficial.
Now bottom lane, Empire. Maybe seeing if they can make a bit of a go. Spartan comes in, actually drops the Shadow Word. Dart packed it off immediately.
MNT spotted the Ogre, making the movement down. I think they even saw the sentry get placed in the woods there too, so he felt a little bit pressured. He definitely got back. Chappie now just doing Ancients on the Troll, so at least he's got that type of efficiency thing for him. He's farming very well. He's actually ahead of Thug in levels.
He really
now.
is, and he's only about a couple of hundred behind that puck.
Yep.
And that is considering that Thug really did dominate the lane at the start. So, yeah, he's doing his best to catch up, and it's working. It is. He's, by no means shutting down the progress of Thug, but he's making sure that he himself isn't getting hindered by a bad start.
Thug's actually got a full Veil.
Yeah.
8 minutes in, so his burst potential is very high, especially with like the bonus from Shuriken. They're actually like mostly spell damage early on.
I mean, and this is perfect. As soon as if you can get a good rotation on this bottom lane, if you can find Slark, that would be the big one. They'll get a cheaper pick off to the side as Maposhka's taken down on the Ogre, and already FN and King are backing up. But FN obviously now hitting the 6. Will feel a lot safer and knows that he can play his way around the majority of these rotations. Actually jumped forward. I believe he did just have the edge of vision there, I believe, under one of the sentries as such. He seemed to know that MNT was in the neighborhood.
MNT wasn't invis. He just walked up to the thing.
He's just popped the invis.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
So this time, though, MNT's not having as crisp as a game, so he goes for the Toon Shadow Walk for the Courier Sniping build. He's under a Sentry Ward, though.
Yep, and they should be able to get the trap in. Ooh, a little bit off the mark there with that Kinetic Field and Glimpse placement. And they do have another Sentry, though. But the pounce misses MNT. I think he's going to live. Unless those axes touch him. Run, little bounty.
Oh, Spartan even pings him.
Oh,
and
there's
he does the
charge.
Bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
that's got to be painful. Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there from the Disruptor. Again, I guess it's hard when you've got that one Sentry down. You have to glimpse him before he gets out of range of it. But at the same time, you have to be very careful with the setup of the Kinetic Field.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Naposhka, they've got eyes on him. That's a very tanky Ogre, though.
Do they actually have the damage to bring down? With Skylark chipping away at him and the Shadow Word they should, but FN's going to find kills in return. Jumps in onto the Warlock. MNT very low. Will get himself out. FN's starting to stack up the Essence Shifts, and we'll get the glimpse here, bringing Skylark back. This time, King R is on point with it. Traps Skylark in the Kinetic Field, but Skylark with the Spike Carapace and the stun. They're going to play his way out of it. They'll try and close the gap here with a boosted movement speed from the Shadow Dance. Jumping up to the high ground, they get it. FN takes it. And now he's looking to see if he can get himself even more. Again, Kinetic Field from King R on point. One more touch onto Spartan would do it. They've got the vision. He tries to dodge it with the smoke. Isn't going to work. They'll take down the Warlock as well. King R may pay for this play, though, as Thugs come in with a rotation. And indeed will make sure that they find Disruptor in turn.
So a bunch of kill trades going on right there.
Yeah.
The Ogre kind of tanked it, and he's like, all right, at least we're going to get a kill for a kill, and they end up actually getting a couple from that chase up. But during all that, Thug actually finds a solo kill on Chappie.
Oh, damn.
With the Veil.
Oh, damn.
And during all that as well, Madara takes top tower, so...
Yeah, the Terrorblade just certainly seems to be the issue. Yeah, because we're seeing a lot of play from Empire around the mid lane and the bottom. Top lane, it's not really been looked at.
Yeah, he's free. Mag's getting some
free.
stuff, though, right? He's getting what? He's got Arcane Boots, I believe, Arcane and Raindrop, and he's got level 3 in Power and 2 Shockwave, so he's got RP as well. He wants to get involved, but it looks like he wants to go for more of like the I'm going to boost my teammates build with the 2-3 build coming out from him.
And it certainly is, I kind of talked this, in games where you get late and you got a Magnus and the other team doesn't. It's a bit of a nightmare for the other team. This is certainly they certainly have the draft to do so. If Empire can hold on and get to sort of that later stage of the game, having both a Slark and a Troll with Empower, good luck trying to out-carry that as a Terrorblade.
Yeah.
It's going to get very hard.
That is very true. I'm wondering if we're going to see maybe Thug go for like back for the Midas maybe in a way, or if he just rushes the Blink Dagger just to cause pressure. It's like it can work both ways. It just depends on how you play style around it. And he's got the Midas queued up, so I kind of thought he would do that, especially because they're playing with a solo core Terrorblade. If they had Skylark maybe on like a Beastmaster, something like those things, where you can cause pressure and take objectives a lot easier, then we might see him go for the Blink for the pressure, but being able to just be that kind of farming thing, get your level 25 faster, because it might get to there. Yeah, scale a lot harder.
A lot of pressure on the shoulders of Madara to carry this on the TB. As you mentioned, just running a puck, you really got that kind of true solo late game core for the Terrorblade. Mouse with this rotation.
It's like a standard Mouse smoke, it seems. Spartan hits 6 on Warlock, they go to try to take a tower. Look for a kill and a tower at least. But at the same time, too, it's Empire smoked up. They're looking
Who's going to get the
Madara.
better angle? That's the question. Who gets the high ground positioning? M&T, he's got eyes on Ghost Stick.
They know. They know where they're going to be. Madara's joining his team. He's like, I am not safe in the jungle. Nobody's showing on the map. Skylark just took a tower by himself bottom as a Nyx assassin, and no one responded. Something's going on in our jungle.
Yep, something fishy's going on. Mouse, they'll commit with a push down the middle. Empire doing a sweep of the jungle, taking what they can from the camps of Mouse. But yeah, Mouse is still finding something out this time. The Empire off the map moving around. They'll bring the tier 1 down in the middle very low. And they'll be able to stand ground throughout the fortification. They actually move around from the back, drop the KRD offering, and they find Ghosting. They get a kill. They get a tower. And Empire with their smoke, looks like they will find a tier 1 trade in return. And Mouse, I think they realize this. They continue to push down on the middle lane and will look to do as much as they can on this tier 2 as well with the Metamorphosis. So at the end of the day, it feels like Mouse is just finding a little bit more from this trade.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot on this tier 2. They know that the mag is the only real wave clear, and now they're going to get Chappie as well.
Yeah, Chappie's gone. He gets taken down. This is a massively favorable trade here for Mouse, unless Empire could do something big with. But with 2 heroes down, Empire cannot really fight into this one. They've just got to let the tier 2 go. And yeah, pretty much just kind of going off the back of just Madara and the team realizing they were hunting for him, and they say, all right, quit farming, let's go for some objectives whilst Empire tried to hunt for you, and unsuccessfully.
Yeah, those, I mean, very good reads coming out from Mouse, just understanding. I mean, I think it was a little bit obvious just because they saw absolutely nobody bottom, you know?
Yes.
Nobody was even defending a tower versus a Nyx assassin. So they had a feeling that people were just in their jungle. And especially when they commit on the mag and there's no TP reactions or anything, they're like, okay, they're definitely going to be sitting behind us. And then Empire gets forced into a weird kind of reactionary play. So Mouse gets some nice, deep, aggressive wards, but so does Empire. So that's the one kind of thing that they get.
They sort of trade control of each other's jungle.
Spartan, well aware of that, though. Kills up the wards. MNT watching FN farm some stacks.
And, of course, the race of the offlaners to the Blink Dagger. Because of those objectives, Skylark, I believe, has pretty much got the money for it. Yeah, he's less than 100 gold away. It's only about 500 still away for Ghostic, so he is close. But certainly, yeah, with those towers taken, we are going to see Skylark get the quicker timing. At this rate, for sure.
I mean, he's doing great.
Yeah.
Getting, being able to climb a tower like that, he got some decent space in the off lane, too. 60 CS on a Nyx assassin at 14 minutes. That's very good.
Very, very good. Mid lane, eyes onto Ghostic here. MNT just keeping tabs at the Magnus.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And there we go. And force him back. And there, yeah, of course.
The Shadow Blade's finished up. They're on the prowl for Skylark.
It's hard for him to get a jump onto one of these. Both have ways they can react. And indeed, he'll hold off. He knows that he can't go for too risky of plays, and at the same time, as I was saying, with the kind of lineup they have, it doesn't feel like he really needs to go for sort of risky pickoffs. He is fine to just keep on farming with the Empower buff. Yeah, from Ghostic.
Double melee core and power, and I think like this was a little bit expected. To be honest, just when they picked the Slark up, they went for a more greedy type approach, going toward the later stages. So Mouse is definitely taking advantage of that very well.
Yep.
And now they're just gonna, Empire is gonna just be maximum efficiency at this point, and then when they have the Mag Blink Dagger, that's their go time. Disruptor now finally hits 6-2, so I think Mao's approached this very well in the way that they read how Empire wanted to play, and they responded good, blocking the pull, going toward the safe lane with 2 heroes over and over again. Empire, yep, they're just farming jungle. This is what they do, bloodlust and power.
Remember, is that the dual blinks? We have blink both on Thug and Skylark now. So they've got the 2 blink daggers.
So their initiation and counter initiation is extremely good now too. Like even if Mag's able to find a jump, if Warlock's in the right spot, they can counter initiate.
Yeah, really big time for them to make a play. And they're just going to shove down the bottom lane, look to try and bait out a team fight.
Yep. Mag doesn't have blink dagger yet, and
He's
I think that
close.
MNT
He's
spotted.
so close.
Yeah, he's 50
He's
gold
so
off.
close, but he's not going to have it for this tower.
And now their map's gonna start getting like a bit restricted. Oh my god! I just looked at Mouse's jungle.
What's he got?
There's sentries everywhere from Spartan. He just really wanted to make sure they did not get map control in there.
I love it.
Mid lane. They get the track out. King R is looking a little in trouble here.
Yeah, but that jump forward from Skylark and the follow through from Thug, that's going to be a dead disruptor.
Track money. And this time MNT, okay, he's switching his mind, never mind.
Okay.
He had the mech queued up, switching now for the medallion into Solar Crest. I think this is the proper build versus a Troll Warlord Slark. When you're playing versus a Magnus lineup, getting an early Solar Crest can be very strong. The mech can also be very strong, but maybe he doesn't feel like that's his job this game. Maybe he'll get it afterwards or something. It's still a very good item here.
And Chappie this game, FaZe, Vlad's, Yasha, and straight for the BKB. No messing around. Pretty much negating 3 of the big heroes' damage outputs.
Yeah.
Warlock, the the puck and the Nyx Assassin, certainly going to be less of an issue.
Majority of Mouse's damage early on is quite magic-oriented, and yep. Skylark reads the move. Looks like Ghostix going in, looking for a play here. They catch Skylark.
Yep, they've certainly got the Nyx Assassin. Thug's out with a quick blink. They've got the glimpse back there. Empire and Skylark, he'll be the first to fall. Thug revealing his position, actually coming forward here. Okay, they're trying to bear the fight because they will drop the Golem. Look to focus down onto the Ogre with the track as well. They'll easily close in and bring him out. So committing the ultimates here for one, and MNT is actually continuing to find more and more out of this. He's found the vision on King R. Can they actually close the gap? That's the question, Thug.
Oh, right on the edge of it.
To reach him with the Dream Coil. Yeah, not quite the range.
Just misses it. Chappie during this split pushes the mid tower. So some trade-offs coming out there. Leading slightly for Empire. Getting that tier 1 mid.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, though, in the gold department, still the edge here for Mouse. 6K gold lead for Mouse.
He is not afraid to drop the rock. Even last game we saw, like solo kills, he's just like, bam, get a kill, go for buildings. Get a kill, go for objective. He actually takes a timer for the pause.
Oh, they're making sure they ain't getting too long pauses. I like that, Spartan. Sticking to the rules. He's tapping his clock.
But the timer doesn't move. The timer doesn't move on. Doesn't matter.
That is true. Spartan probably realizing this now. He's like, well, they didn't pause for any time at all. How are they ever going to get through their reserve time?
So, kind of like last game, though. MNT, look at his net worth. He is rocking it.
He is. He's climbing his way up. He's on par with the offlaner, with Ghostix of Empire. So that's the first step. You know, the first stages of the MNT bounty. I mean, it's still yet to be seen if we actually see him ending a game at the top again. I just can't. That can't happen in a game like this.
No, not like this game.
Not in this game. There's no chance that he gets up there. I mean, the way...
Definitely not. And we say that, but this guy...
I mean, the reason he was able to do it last time was pretty much because he had that Dagon, and then at the end he was getting the late game, he was getting every kill. So, maybe if he gets the Dagon, we'll see.
Yeah. So it appears that somebody has a keyboard. He just said keyboard.
Yeah,
but we're assuming keyboard, Flame.
Keyboard.
Keyboards are up.
Keyboard. What's up with the keyboard?
They're good.
We don't know.
He doesn't want to say what keyboard or anything. You know, he's got to take it easy.
Just keyboard.
Just keyboard.
Very simple. They will get some time. I'm not sure on the rules. We give them as much time as they need. We think they're trolling us, but they should be back in a bit.
Yep.
Empire.
Take a look. Skylark's going for Midas as well, so they're trying to secure. You know, they know this game's gonna go late. Breaking high ground is a bit difficult unless they just get like an Aegis or something, and they're able to find a couple like snowball pickoffs.
Yep.
But it's a single core Tower Blade, so they want to have those type of scaling maneuvers to get their levels and farm. Spartan drawing some hearts on the map, loving his teammates. Those are some very well drawn hearts, I gotta say.
And I like this as well. You know, Thug Puck, goes for the Midas and straight into the Dagon.
Yep.
We are going to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, at home, of course, you can vote for the MVP. Oh, is this live results?
Is this live results, huh?
I guess they are live results. There we are. So Thug at the moment, at the top, understandably so as well. He is on his puck, and it's been very impressive so far.
Madara as well. He's been hitting those creeps really well this game. You know, gotta give him that 24%.
I was going to say that's an interesting one. He hasn't really done too much apart from hit creeps, but if you like people hitting creeps and he is top of the net worth, then give him your vote.
Almost 11 CS a minute, so that's okay. We'll give him that.
Skylark, though, 0%. Give some love for Skylark. Come on, this man got a great timing on the blink dagger.
Yeah, he actually's doing well. Dude, that's not cool.
Well, he did die a few times in lane.
But still,
he died a few times.
He solo killed the tower.
He solo killed the tower.
Pushed that tower.
He definitely deserves more than 0%.
Yeah.
So put some love for hashtag Skylark or whatever it is in the chat.
At least 1%.
Yeah, and of course on Empire, I believe FM leading the way, which okay, I could see that. You know, this Slark, he is having a great start for a Slark game.
He's 4-0.
He's 4-0. He played the lane very nicely down bottom. There was pressure being put on him, but he makes sure he doesn't die. We saw him being very reserved in his choices to go back to base. He's like, right, I'm on a 3rd health. I'm not going to stick around, try, hope for that little bit of last XP to get him up to 6 at the time. He made the long walk back to base. So he's a sensible Slark player.
Yep.
Which is good to see, and the chat love it. Apparently Twitch chat are a bunch of Slark pickers. They're giving him their vote.
That's true.
They're giving him their vote.
They probably are.
They probably are. Who would I vote for, though? So far in this game, who do I feel is having the most impact? I don't know. I think maybe I would give it to Thug as well. I think just the fact that he has such a good lane and that he made that good rotation. He did just whiff a Dream Coil though. We could take points off him for that.
That's like 5% down. I think MNT and Thug are pretty close, I think.
Missed
for me.
ultimate. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
those two are
MNT.
pretty. Those two have had a pretty high impact this one. And they're leading the game by about 6,000 net worth. And yeah,
And
I would say so.
I mean, for Empire as well, I'd probably say King R. Even though he did with that one combo down by he has set up a few good ones. Remember down bottom when they were chasing up towards the shrine? He with those fields.
You think King R? I think FN, right? FN's been doing great. His
Okay,
farm's
you
doing
go with FN. Okay.
You gotta go with FN.
You go with FN. I mean, he has been farming very well. Considering the circumstances, I think that's definitely what you want to consider. I think at the end of the game, though, what am I predicting?
You're already
I'm
predicting MVP.
Yeah, for the end of the game, who's going to have that? I think I've got to go with the Magnus because I think at the end of the game, Empire are going to start doing some crazy stuff with the Empower. And I know all he's doing is pressing W and clicking on a hero. I think MVP will be the drafter actually for Empire.
The drafter?
The drafter.
Okay, so my Poshka.
Poshka.
Okay. Did
But
you
we'll
see that though? Chappie, or FN was the one who was playing Troll Warrior the most though. So they did definitely, they made the big switch. It must just be a Slark thing.
Yeah, it must be a Slark thing. I guess FN loves playing Slark. Maybe Chappie just...
He is a dirty Slark picker in pubs.
I was going to say, I swear FN is definitely a name I associate with playing Slark.
There we go, the percentage to change. There we go. Wait, Skylark is booming.
Damn! I mean, it must be pretty
God,
cool
what have we
reactions.
done?
We've skewed it. Oh my goodness!
I mean, he's getting love.
This is this is pretty
rigged. Oh my
rigged.
God, Jesus,
We've
45.
Yeah, we rigged this pretty
All
hard.
right, guys, come on.
Oh man, come on.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. I love
this. Is like some proper election stuff now. This is great.
I mean,
we can rig it.
Let's take a look at it. Actually, look at this. They're actually just
this
all.
is not democracy.
They're literally just spamming Skylark now at this point.
This is dictatorship, and I, Pixel, are your dictator. You vote for who I tell you to. If I was on there, I'll be telling you to vote. But yeah, Skylark is. They're listening to us.
They're just still spamming it. They're spamming it for like 2 minutes straight.
This is confirmation that we are being listened to.
So let's switch it up now.
We know that there are people in the Twitch chat who aren't watching the stream muted, as a lot of the internet would like to have us know. Oh, you watch with the casters. I mute the stream, and I don't know what you listen to. I listen to some weird anime music. It's probably what happens.
I cast my own games while watching.
Yeah, I cast my own games because I'm 3K MMR. Twitch chat. No, I'm joking Twitch chat. I know you guys are all 7K. At least.
Let's give some love to Spartan, though. Come on, look at these D wards, guys. He put like 6 sentry wards in their jungle. He got both D wards. Come on.
Stop voting for Skylark. He's had enough. He's had his time. He's out of the office. We want to get Spartan. I mean, to be fair, out of all the members of Outfit, I'd love to see Spartan rule the country. It'd be great.
That sounds disastrous.
I mean, that country would crash, but there he is, the legend, Georgos Giannakopoulos.
Isn't it Georgios?
It is if you're from the east of Greece.
Okay.
If you're using the Western Greece accent, it's a Georgos.
Wait, really?
No, I just made that up. It's almost certainly how you said it, yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. What was that noise?
That was me, sorry.
Oh, that was. Yeah. But there we go. So put some love for Spartan.
Yeah.
I want to see Spartan shoot back up. Skylark, yeah, if you guys reacted way too heavily to our Skylark. You know, we're giving you suggestions. We're not telling you what to do, apart from the fact that we are literally telling you what to do.
I mean, they're still going.
Yeah,
but they're still going. There's a 2-minute delay, but they're not stopping.
Are they still Skylarking?
They were still
Skylarking
on the
Skylark train.
Now they're doing slacks.
Slacks? Well, slacks isn't going to work, I'm afraid. If you're putting that in, it literally does nothing. So well done. Well done, Twitch chat. You've outdone yourself again, and you're wasting your time spamming something that isn't going to have any effect on what you're looking at.
All right, they're still going back to slack. They're back. This was from before, though. You know, 2-minute delay, whatever. I don't want to look at that. You guys are nasty. They're still going in. Whatever. All right, let's see. So you said the Dagon coming out for the puck. You know, that's good. Very good versus Slark. Very good versus Troll.
Look, I can't still Skylark. I tell you, and also, you know, I predicted Ghostic going to be the big guy at the end. At the moment, Ghostic's on 0%. So if he makes it at the end, you got to remember the journey that boy went on from 0 to hero. But we'll see. He may have an awful game, miss all the RPs, and then it'll be GG well played. In fact, Madara just called GG well played.
It's over.
It's over. No, it's not. We'll let him off. But he did just put good game well played in the chat.
So something actually.
Oh, he wanted to cry baby. I hate that, don't you? When you try and cry baby and you accidentally put the GG well played. You know?
I've actually done that in pubs, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and everyone's like, you piece of shit.
You apologize and calling GG well played in your pubs? Man, it must be a different world up there.
It was quiet. It was quiet. No one was saying anything. Everyone was being really nice. You don't want to be rude when everybody's being respectful. And he's like, wow. It's like, wow, nice play, you know. And you're like, wow, thanks. And then you GG well played him.
I've never heard those words.
What MMR is that one?
Nice play. Who says that in a pub game? Is this some kind of weird NA pub?
It's very rare.
This guy's 79%.
What have we done?
He
over.
is off the charts. Skylark. Wow.
So I want to
Oh,
quickly.
he's falling though.
He's
He is.
falling. Who's falling? It's Spartan.
The decline of Skylark's reign is coming upon us, and Spartan is starting to climb. Spartan is a hard one to put in because of the way he spells his name. You know, it isn't hashtag Spartan, it's hashtag SSA.
Yeah, but they're
Spartan.
going in now.
Are they going in?
Yeah, they're going in now.
They're going in the SSA Spartan.
Wait, what if you... Can you just switch your vote? So if you vote Skylark and then you put
think
Spartan,
it
it switches it.
every time you type something, it adds to it.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
Spartan
So can we start skewing it as well? Let's go, Owen. Let's get in there.
Oh my goodness,
Let's get in there.
The Greek politics system here shifting from dictator to dictator. Skylark falls, Spartan.
All right,
I mean, it's going to be a party, you know, a great party once Spartan wins.
I got one thing to say, though.
Everyone's invited. It's going to be huge.
One thing to say. Quick.
What we got?
Just going back to some actual Dota really quick.
Actual Dota? You're
So
saying
we
this
saw-
isn't actual Dota?
No, I mean, we're just, we're talking about MVPs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so Troll. I saw Troll earlier today. I believe it was...
He did. That's a bit harsh on Slacks. I mean. Hey. I'm sorry, Jay. That was really mean.
It was, I think,
I'm a
I believe
bully.
it was...
Anyway,
You are a bully.
I'm a bully.
I believe Vega was playing
I'm a
it.
troll.
And they, late game, he gets the magic resist talent, the 20% magic resist talent.
We saw a game. Was it Starladder? Who was playing it?
That was Vega. It was
Vega?
Aloha Dance.
It was
playing
Aloha Dance.
And he was immortal.
He was
literally immortal because he
Was
had
it
the
4K HP?
Yep, 4K HP with
Yeah.
the plus 20 magic resist. I think that could actually, if they make it to that point, that could actually have a pretty big deal, especially if they're going Daggons and stuff.
You take that every game, though. I mean, when it's whirling axes.
It has permanent uptime though if you do get the whirling axis thing. So it's if you're playing versus like
Whirling
lots of physical damage, like all like physical damage.
Yeah, but you don't have permanent uptime if you don't have that 20% magic resistance.
If you're dead,
If you're dead, there's nothing permanent
this is true.
until rigor mortis kicks in. You know. Apparently, Steam is down, so I believe Gabe Newell at valvesupport.com. If you would like to contact them and say, "Excuse me, Gabe, I was watching some DreamLeague and you messed it up." We are going to have a break. We're going to have a break. We're going to spare you, ladies and gentlemen, from listening to us ramble, as we may be down
God.
for a little bit. We'll play some amazing one of those videos where you see us anyway, so it will be like we're still with you. But we'll be back in 5 minutes, we predict, as we're having issues with Steam, and hopefully we'll be able to some more Dota 2. We'll see you shortly.